You are welcome back. 1 Corinthians 9:26 now. I therefore so run, not as uncertainty, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beat the air. I don't beat the air. 27 now. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by all means, when I preach to others, I myself, I become a cast out. I become a cast out. Let's try to put light on that cast out. When you hear the word cast out, being cast out, it's not saying that God is going to throw you from heaven and throw you out. No. It's talking about reward. After I have worked, after I've labored, after I've preached to people, after I've done so much evangelism, I don't want to lose my reward. When people are being rewarded, I don't want my reward to be cut off. I don't want to be a cast away. Because how do you get to heaven? When you receive Christ, you are already in heaven. Will God throw the Christ inside of you out and throw you out of heaven? You know it's not possible. So once you receive Christ, you have received heaven. But if you get to heaven and you didn't evangelize on earth, you didn't bring anybody to the fold, you didn't teach, you didn't preach, you didn't evangelize, you didn't add anybody to the kingdom, you will not get any reward. Then your reward is cast away. That is what Paul Apostle is addressing here. That is what Paul Apostle is addressing here. Now let's move on. Signs of growth. How do you know that since you have received Christ, you are growing? Because you will know that you are growing when you begin to serve others. When you have the character, the mood, or the feelings to serve people, to serve both sinners and the saints. When you are not proud, you know definitely that you are what? You are growing. The word of the Father you are hearing is changing your mindset that you need a service. You hold humanity as service, the service of being born again. When you are growing, one evidence is you will not want to stop. You won't want to stop serving the brethren. If you enter a fellowship center and you see needs, without asking you want to provide for the needs, even if not all. You know it's an obligation. It is your father's business. You want to put something there. In your street, somebody is hungry. You want to feed the person within your resources. I didn't say go and borrow money. Then somebody in problem, you want to assist because that is the nature of the Father. That is the nature of God. These are signs of growth when you are born again. But when you see people who say they are born again and they want to provide help, they firstly go and do fasting and prayer or go ask one pastor or prophet if they should do it. They are babies. They are very far from the truth. They are what? They are babies. They are very far from the truth. When you receive Christ, you receive eternal life. You have one business to do. You have to go out and tell somebody about what the Father has done for you. When you are telling them, many of them that receive it, you are going to be sitting them down and be teaching them. You make them your students, disciples. Why? They too need to grow and become teachers. So they too will go out and evangelize and also bring up students. So everybody is just what? We are productive. You can't claim to be a Christian or a goer to church and you are not growing. You are not functioning. Somebody say, my ministry is singing. My own is to stay with children. My own is ushering. All those things you are saying, they are secondary. There's only one primary assignment, which is what? Go out and multiply the kingdom. Why did Jesus die? He became our Savior. And he said, go and do as I did. You too, you need to go out there and become Savior to who? To some people. We are all saviors. What do we save? We save sinners. How? We tell them life. When they believe, they receive the life. When they receive the life, they are part of the kingdom. That is what the Father is asking everyone that is born again to do. You can't say, God has not called me. He has called everybody. The word called means invite. To call, invite. Invite to where? Invite to eternal life. So everybody is invited to eternal life. I don't know how to start. Start where you are. Go and tell someone about eternal life. That is just how to start. So with that, we come to the end of that today. We are going to continue after this timeout.